Welcome back. In the last tutorial, we learned how to test the Paystack APIs using Postman. In this tutorial, we will create a few models via Paystack API's returned results for our Flutter app. Before we start, I would like to explain what we will do in the tutorial briefly. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and also hit a bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks. Let's say that we want users to sign up with their email before making payments. They will provide their email, first name, last name, and phone. Then we send their email address to Paystack API to fetch a customer related to the email. We wait for the API to send back a result. The result returned may be either null or a customer detail, so if the result does return null, we can treat it as a non-existing customer, then we will create a new account as a customer for them. Afterward, they can start making payments. I have already designed the product screen. I use Free Products API for the demo purpose. Also, I added a customer screen for displaying the list of customers, and transaction screen for displaying the list of transactions. We will design a create customer screen later. Now we need to make some models. Let's go to the Paystack API docs website. Go to the transaction section. The first thing to create a payment page is to initialize a transaction to get an authorized link. Let's copy its endpoint. Add the endpoint here. Save it and then return to the API docs to copy another endpoint to verify the transaction. Click on Verify Transaction. Copy this endpoint. We need to get a reference code for the verification. This is the reference code. We need to pass a reference code to the method that would return a string value. Add a parameter, string reference. Add another endpoint for retrieving all transactions. Click on List Transactions. Copy the endpoint. Now done with the transaction endpoints. Let's also add the customer's endpoints. Please follow me as I copy the endpoints. For retrieving customers. For fetching the customer. For fetching a customer, we need to get either an email or customer code. For updating an existing customer. Alright, I think we am done with the endpoints. Save it. Now let's create models, customer and transaction. We can create a class for the customer model via a result in JSON format returned by the Paystack API. These fields are entered by a user and sent to the API. We can use this result returned by the API to create a model class. Copy the following value of the data key. I will use the online JSON to Dart converter to create all models. Some come with null safety supported. Paste the copied JSON here. We can add or remove some properties. Remove this identifications property. Remove created at and updated at properties as well. We need to add 3 properties, first name, last name, and phone. You can leave it blank but not null because the converter will treat it as a null data type. That is it. Enter customer and click on Generate Dart. Click on Copy Dart code to the clipboard to copy the converted code. Paste the code here. Make small changes to the code. These are the customer's properties. Save it and try again for the transaction. We need add another model for the initialized transaction. Copy this value of the data key. Enter Paystack auth response. Add a file, paystack_auth_response. Paste the code. Return to the API docs. This is the transaction details and we will remove some properties later. Copy the value of the data key. Remove some properties. We will need this customer info. Change these values for first and last name and phone to a string data type. Remove these properties as well. Enter transaction. Copy the code. I think we do not need this customer class because earlier we added a class for customers, so we can remove this class. Import customer class. These are the transactions properties. When a transaction is initialized, Paystack generates and authorizes the link that will take a customer to a payment page and make a payment there. We will also need this reference for verifying the transaction after the customer pays. Now we are done adding the API endpoints and creating models. In the next tutorial, we will add a class with some methods such as initializing a transaction, verifying the transaction, retrieving transactions and customers, creating, fetching, and updating customer. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. See you soon.